Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today is our Sunday box opening.
Hey! Hello! All right, well, welcome in. If you're new here, we're a mother-daughter duo. We have a quilt shop in central Washington State. We've been here for over 26 years. We have over 14,000 bolts of fabric and 5,000 square foot shop. We have a big, huge retreat center, 3 different options for retreats, and we do a lot of YouTube stuff. We do classes and tutorials and, fun things. And then every Sunday afternoon at 12:30 and every Wednesday night at 5, we do a box opening. Mm-hmm. And so we just show you the newest stuff that's just come in the shop, and we chat a lot. And it's kind of fun because we mentioned it last Wednesday that, if you're new here, so sorry, because every once in a while somebody will say, oh my God. And I cannot tell you, thank you so much. So many of you guys have said, I love the chatter. Keep chattering. That's why we hang out. And we kind of believe that's true because we hear that a lot. And we know that,
the amount of views versus the amount of orders.
We can do the math.
Yeah.
You're just hanging out with us. And
that's okay.
We like that. We like that. Somebody had come in the store a couple days ago and said, I watch you all the time, but this is the first time coming over. And so we like that. We like that we have these friends that we haven't yet met. So, all right. So, everybody survived tax day.
Yes.
Did you file for an extension?
Yeah. That's how I survive it.
Yeah, I know. 15 million Americans filed for an extension, which is not the biggest percentage that you'd think. That's like 10%. You'd think they'd be more than that.
Good for them. I hate doing taxes.
I know a couple of people that just don't do their taxes ever.
Well, I feel like I don't want to go. I don't want Robert to go to jail. So I
don't mean that,
So I do my taxes.
I know, but I mean like family. Like I'm not going to say any names.
Like not at all. Mm-mm. I would not.
Not at all.
That is not something I'm going to gamble.
No. Like at some point they're going to find you. Because all of your other paperwork is being submitted. And they know everything is good. Hello.
Eventually, they're going to find you.
They're going to find you. Over here.
So
the government.
Yeah.
If you don't file an extension?
Hell no.
You did yours?
Yeah, Brittany's amazing.
Yeah, Brittany.
Yeah,
Brittany, of course, is an accountant.
Part accountant.
So,
part mom. Part so. He didn't help with anything.
She's like, where's your W-2? Right here.
Yes.
Done.
But do you guys get money back? Yeah. Okay, well then that's why you wanted to do it.
Well, we got money
you have kids.
back, but then the government still took it because of taxes and different.
Yeah, we submitted our excise taxes.
We have so many people.
Yeah.
We have so many people that watch us from Canada, Australia, the UK, Norway, all over. So I know that you already know this, but just in case you don't, in America, you are taxed on what you earn. You are taxed on what you purchase. You are at the end of the year, you're taxed on what you own. It's literally called real property tax. So, and then when you
even
die,
after you own it,
even after you've paid the tax to purchase it, paid the tax to get the money, paid the tax to purchase it, you pay the tax on what you own.
Are no longer making payments. You own your home
Right.
from the bank. They don't care.
They don't care. And if I happen to leave any money to my children, they have to pay tax
Like,
On that money.
on
It's an
that money.
inheritance tax. Yeah.
Inheritance tax. And then here's the best part. At the end of it, it's humongous.
yeah.
That's a lot.
And so,
Unless you put it in a
that's why
trust. Unless you put it in a trust.
we're just trying to spend it.
Spend it. Spend it.
Spend it.
I don't have to pay tax on like cars and shit. You can just give those to me. But
We'll just give it. We'll
the
put it
house
in
is
your name.
the house is screwed.
The houses, they're in trouble. Yes. But the best part about this is that once a year, you have to figure out how much you might still owe or maybe get back. And we have to do all of that math and send it in. And if it's wrong and you didn't get your math right, you could go to prison.
And pay a fine.
Baby, both. It's America. It's expensive. The land of opportunity is expensive.
Washington State is the worst one.
The best opportunity is the opportunity for the government to get more money. That's all.
I know. It's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. Anyway,
We pay for land, water, air.
we pay for, we pay for everything. Yeah.
But yeah, I just filed an extension.
I have.
Unfortunately, my boss loves my wife
Testers.
more than I do. apparently.
Yes. His boss loves me. Always. I always get a little
Any
pet
trip he
raise.
goes on, her and Eliza get a little treat.
Yes.
he brings treats for everybody in the group, but he knows that I'm not a huge sweets person or whatever. So he's like, here, give Brittany this, give her this.
Which is weird because he is a huge sweets person.
Well, but not like that. This is foo-foo coffee. I don't normally.
It's almonds. I don't want that.
But you do. So this is from Brandini. He's from Canada. No. Handmade, Palm Springs, California.
Oh,
So I love the little, what began as a way to earn money for a high school trip to Italy has grown into a full-time family business. Our passion is handcrafting the world's most delicious toffee using only simple ingredients and mastered techniques.
Oh, I love that.
Best toffee popcorn I have ever had in my
No
life.
way.
And this is almond.
Unfortunately, I told my boss
Toffee
about it, and
bites.
anytime he
Are
travels,
we opening anything for little taste test?
So
here?
this
All of it, isn't it?
is already open.
Oh,
Look at that. Right? The kids are not allowed to
Oh,
have
Anna, I
any.
bet you wish you were like here in person, huh?
And the tin's like
It's like it's like almond roca, which I know. I have the recipe. I know how to make it, but it takes forever, and it never quite turns out.
Yeah.
It's really good.
and that's like a sheet that they
Oh, very good.
brittle. It's a bit on
It's really, really good.
It's a bit on the spendy side, which
It's a family business. It's
good.
expensive.
Yeah, but for a what do they call it? A pleasure? No,
That's really good.
guilty
And it's a
pleasure.
soft
guilty
toffee,
pleasure.
so it doesn't get stuck up in your teeth. Very nice.
Oh,
Really good. And then this is their toffee popcorn.
Ooh.
Absolutely delicious. I got 2 bags. I saved one so that we could try it because in one setting I ate the other one.
Granted, the serving size is like
that's a half of a serving size.
yes, yes.
That's not. That's not
It's brandinitoffee.com. For other it's like Alaska and Canada, other places. I'll see if I can find it on Amazon, and I'll link their store
Is it not your thing?
on my Amazon thing.
Not usually. I think Craig, my boss, he got that. He went
Oh.
to Canada last week and was doing a little traveling.
amazing.
That's where he brought that.
Right? It's really good. That is a mom treat only. The children
Yeah.
are not
It's
allowed
way
to
too
have
good
any.
for kids.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
That is really good. Brandini. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, nice to know.
Yeah. A little mom and pop shop that
Thank you.
is fantastic.
I love that. That's
thank
really,
you.
really good.
Well, and here's the thing too. Since you guys came out, this box is upside down. Can you guys see it was upside down? And I thought, it was upside down, and I got an Amazon, big. It was like a 4-part Amazon package last night that I had Paul come and get. And I thought maybe this was one, so I sliced it open really fast. And then I saw this, and then I kind of tipped it up, and it says that it's to Jordan.
Oh. Opening my mail.
I was opening your mail.
Oh well.
It's very obvious that it's to Jordan.
But hey, nice little sneak
have a
peek.
mail in
Just
here?
to-
Or a letter in here?
oh, probably on the top.
On the top.
Yeah, because it's upside down.
Yeah.
Look at
Wow.
all of this. And then you
Two
guys are
Quilts,
fabric.
wreath.
I didn't see anything in there.
I'm sure.
Lots of
Wait,
fabrics.
there's paper right there. There's paper. 2 yards. That's all it says.
Oh. How big the yardages are.
There's a pin, there's a pin somewhere, so don't stab
All
yourself.
the fabric.
Yards. That's not for back.
Oh, 1 yard. Oh, that's pretty fabric.
Wow.
Wow, look at this. Oh, that's
pretty.
cute. I love fabric.
It's like a mystery box. We gotta figure who.
I know, right?
I love mystery.
Ooh,
3 yards.
I love this.
This is really nice. Oh, it's nice that they have it all measured.
yeah.
Yeah.
More panels.
There's no letter.
Really? Gotta be something. Well, once the box is empty, we can flip it upside down. I mean, right side up, and see who is it from.
Acorn Armory Games from Highland, California.
Huh?
Highland,
I
California.
don't know. Whoever you is.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Maybe there's an email.
What is it? What does it say?
Acorn
It says Acorn
Armory.
Armory Games from Highland, California
Acorn Armory. Huh.
to Jordana.
I know what I'm googling.
Hey, little sis.
How did you scopy?
7 and Becker.
We didn't say good morning.
And then we have the nicest box also, almost the same size, from Mary. What's Mary's sister's name from Texas? The two Texas sisters. Mary Flint. Flint?
Oof. Yes, I got you.
And her sister. So nice. So nice.
I want to see you.
You want to see? Can you see it?
Yeah, you're not camera shy.
No, she's not.
She has a sucker. You know what that means?
It's gonna be a bad day.
No.
My big birthday.
Are you gonna bug me all day today?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Bummer. See, the day just started to get bad.
Go wash it off.
What's on your face?
Go wash
I'll
it.
be a piece of sucker.
Is that food? Is that food right there?
No.
Yeah, that looks like food. I'm not gonna eat it. You
Oatmeal?
keep it. You keep it. Maybe apple.
Gaga.
It's not a sucker.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
This is gaga. It looks like oatmeal, babe. No, no.
Really?
See, that's a gaga.
You got oatmeal in your hair.
Told you. I
No,
told you it
it's
was oatmeal.
No, I think it's oatmeal.
It's oatmeal.
It's super wet. Yeah.
Super wet.
Nana,
You
watch
had to
it.
wash it.
I
was licking
it.
I'll still eat it. No.
Okay, what's his sister's name?
Darlene.
Darlene. Mary and Darlene. Yeah, anyway, another...
Ratliff and Mary E. Flat.
Flat. Yeah. Flat. Yeah, so nice. Just
Huge
great
box.
That's great. Yeah.
I got gaga.
We got.
Talking about sodas.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier.
Earlier this week. Yeah. I always forget it's Friday.
That one, my.
Don't touch it.
Coming to
That
the
one's
cool shop,
yours.
you know, it makes it feel like a Monday.
This is a gaga. This is my gaga.
You haven't been here that long.
I know. That's why it's gonna be a bad day, huh?
No, it's
Oh, it's a good day.
Good day.
a good day.
I be a good day.
You're gonna be a good day, good.
All right.
Should we open some boxes?
Just do it.
Should we clean this stuff up for... Send this with...
Send this to Uncle Jordan. Do you want to wash your hands and help them get the fabric to their place?
Let's grab the box.
Email us at info@fabricpatch.net, or what's your email address?
brighteyeservices@gmail.com.
Tell us who you are. This is fantastic.
Because of your sucker business.
And then what you've been doing, how many kits do you have available at the moment? A lot.
Well, I had 20. I took 3. And
So cute.
a couple local gals took another 4. So I still have
A bunch.
a bunch.
You'll see this better when they do their video. I was just showing them what was in there. But what we're thinking is when you guys come for retreats, if you're looking for something extra to do, we thought
We
we'd
got
give you
blocks
guys
and
some
stash.
dibs
Yeah.
on, but yeah, because if you just keep putting the kits together, how nice just to get a package, you know, with everything in there, and then we can go ahead and get all these
12
together for you.
blocks, a yard for sashing, a yard for border,
Perfect.
which is plenty. You should have extra. So.
Yeah. Perfect.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
We'll get out of
Thank
here.
you for the treat.
Yeah.
If you want to leave that, I mean,
We know where to find her. We know where you are.
I'll let you pack that.
all right.
I'll grab it. Yes. It's frou-frou coffee.
Frou-frou.
coffee.
Is that even considered coffee?
I mean, it has coffee in it, but it's a frappe. So there's not much.
Not much.
There's a lot of good stuff with it.
Mostly proof. Hey, have a.
And I did bring extra sauce for you guys to try my new favorite.
What is your new favorite?
It is a
It looks purple.
double berry matcha.
Oh, matcha.
So it's really good. The kids, little bonus, the kids don't like it. They say it tastes like grass. So mom gets to drink the whole thing to herself.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew you guys didn't like drinking out of the same straw, so I brought you guys each.
Oh. Yeah. And that's the Starbucks thing, huh?
Yeah.
So matcha, you know, very, very good for you. That's right. Do I want to go near the bottom?
Yeah, to get the berry. And then that's the cold foam. It's another
Oh, that's
berry
really
cold
good.
foam.
Oh, careful. You're wearing white. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Dangerous. Yeah, both Aurora and Eliza tried it. Oh, that tastes like grass. That is not that good.
Ooh,
That's really,
It's
really good.
fantastic. And
Say it again what it is?
double berry matcha. And I got mine with oat milk.
double.
Oat milk
This still has dairy in it, so that's the little,
foam.
I don't know, gonna upset my tummy a little bit. Not the whole thing.
Will only make my
Take all
tummy
the stuff.
this sick.
Guilty pleasure.
That's very good.
Yeah. Good thing the camper's ready to go. I might be sleeping on everything. We'll see how the day goes. So far, I'm not looking wrong by saying it feels like a Monday. I know.
Okay. Ready for this one?
Yes.
All right. I don't know who this is. It says eat, shake, so it could be anything.
Mommy.
Yes, honey. You want up? Did you wash your... Oh, good job. You washed your hands.
This is another one of those days that's going to take us forever.
Put the box up.
They can't see you. Sit.
Can't see. You got to sit down.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you gonna pull this fabric out?
Ready? Ooh.
Jordan left too soon.
Yes, he did. What shape is
It
that?
looks like it must be Northcott.
The look at star.
Looks like
It
a
looks
star.
like a star.
Good job.
Yes. Oh, it's Studio
E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
E.
Open the pouring box.
Red
Pieces of America. I love the plaid. I love that texture. It looks like it's gonna be like Tweety.
Oh.
There must be. So there's.
Ooh, this is a panel.
boxes.
Oh, that was big.
Oh, that was pretty.
Oh.
That looks like Florida.
But,
Is that Florida?
No, it's the. Oh, it does look for it. It's the U.S. It's not.
I.
Oh man, so heavy. Oh, this is really pretty.
Oh.
Being red, white, and blue.
Like a box.
It's again so different from the ones we've already seen. Look at that patchwork one.
And then there's a whole nother box. You have your little cutter. Whole nother box.
Nina, I make a mess.
You're making a mess. I see you are making a mess.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, there's another panel.
Oh, what is that? Is it a flag?
Yeah.
Does it look like it could be a flag?
We say flag?
Back.
No,
Flag.
flag. Like fun. Oh, and a red.
Look at this one.
one.
Are you
Look
gonna,
at this. Look at that.
you gonna clean it up?
Oh.
Look at these stars, Mace.
These are big ones. What color is that?
What color star is that?
You know.
You know your
You
colors.
don't even have to guess.
Tell them you know your colors.
You know your colors really well.
Yeah, she
what,
does.
what color Easter egg did you have to look for?
Blue.
That's blue. Yes, good. What color Easter egg did you look for at Easter?
Orange.
No, what other
Not
color? That was
orange.
Eliza's.
Blue. Blue. In my.
What
What
color
was your
was
color?
yours?
In my baby car.
Tell them yellow.
My baby.
What?
Oh,
That's
that's the oatmeal that came out of your hair.
Tell them yellow.
Tell them yellow.
Little boy, my best. Listen.
Say it again. Yellow.
Why you give yourself the stink eye? All right.
All right, we're gonna get plastic off.
Cut some panels up.
And
Rally the
Mommy,
rally
look.
the little girl.
Yes, it's
I
because
go-
don't touch it. Uh-oh. Because we're recording. It's okay. All right. We'll be right back, guys.
This is really pretty.
And different from the other, her had 3 other collections.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
And it's funny, so it is Americana, and little slap for, were we dissing America? No, I don't think so. I mean, it is what it is. It
We're
just
so
is what
proud
it
to be
is.
Americans,
Proud.
even though
Yeah.
we pay for it on April 15th every year.
All kinds of things. But it is kind of fun because this is our 250th birthday, of course, and so everybody had a special line. And so, and I think we've ordered quite a few, and I think we've sold out of most of them. We sold out of, there's only a teeny tiny little bit of Wecker Fresh left.
Oh, yeah.
All the panels were gone. QTs, Modas, I think there's only a couple of pieces. Mm-hmm. There's a few left. So this is Studio E's version, and it's true, they're all different.
Totally different.
Totally different. At first, I thought those stars that we saw, I thought those had kind of a little bit of a Northcott look to them. And maybe those stars do, but nothing else does. No, it's very, very
It's kind of rustic. I feel like if you had
Anna said
farmhouse.
cowboy meets Americana.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I think that's good too. Or if you have someone who's into the full farmhouse kind of wave, I feel like this gives you those vibes too.
It's kind of a dusty blue rather
pretty.
than that deep navy blue. So let's start with the panels.
It's called Pieces of America.
Pieces of America.
Here is panel number 1.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I
Super
think
cool.
That's great.
Even just to wrap this on a piece of foam core board and then
Yeah.
tack where you've been. If you guys are traveling or you're planning on doing, a few vacations that are just around the country and visiting different places.
Or fun for the kids
Yes.
to learn the states.
Learn the states.
Yeah, I like it.
It's very, very cool. I love the scrappy background look.
I do too. And then this one, this is great. This is placemats. I love that. I love when they give us a placemat panel.
Yes.
And you wouldn't have to use it as a placemat. I mean, you still have a block.
wouldn't.
Yeah. If you feel like you want to put it off to that with other blocks.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you've got 4 placemats and 4 coasters. Cute.
Yeah, I think that's great.
It'd be a fun way also to start with this one and do like a crumb cake if you have a lot of smaller pieces of red, white, and blue and you're not sure what to do and you kind of want to use it up. Use these as your focus pieces and build around it.
I like it. I like it.
I like it.
Did they, are you going to look and pop up if they did any free patterns?
Yes, I will put in free patterns if I have any. Studio E is pretty good about at least having one. It's possible that it's just a free pattern on how to make those placemats into placemats, but I will put up whatever they've got for us.
Yeah. And I don't see any pre-cuts of any kind.
I don't either.
And sometimes we think, oh, well, we'll go ahead and cut fat quarters for you, but these are 10-yard bolts. So I think, and there's some really cool pieces here. And again, a fat quarter is not going to be enough. This is fantastic fabric. I mean, even just this plaid. Now that might be hard to see. Can you see that?
You can kind of see it.
It's, you're going to see it in 3 other colors, but the plaid is fantastic. In fact, here it is. Look at it in the blue.
Oh yeah, you can see how textured it is with that one.
It looks very, very, very woven. And then you see it again in a minute in the red. And then the stars, I love that. I love the scrappy stars. And then, so blue on white or white on blue. And it's not really white. It's, you'll see. So this is kind of a fun little background, but this, can you kind of see what that is?
Scrappy. It's like the background of the country.
The background of the panels. And it's also, it's this. So we have this on a whole, and it's just great. It's just all of those pieces.
That's really pretty.
I love the background. So they did that same thing in the blue.
Gosh, how easy to make quilted clothing.
Right.
You've already got your quote-unquote quilt.
Right.
You know, put your stipple, your loops, your straight lines, your whatever. Cut your pieces, sew it together, and you didn't have to tear up a quilt to do it.
The other thing that I think is all of the sashiko that everybody is doing, right? So you do your boro, which is where you're laying all of your pieces down. Just take a little piece of this and just put some fun little stitching on there.
Yeah.
You could even do a little bit of like rough applique on there, but it'd be fun even just for a little hand project. That is a really cool piece of fabric. And then I love this. I love the dusty blue bandana color. And then I'm going to sneak across to the red bandana. Love that. And then here are the stars. Again, that has a real Northcotty look to it, just real basic, real nice stars. And then here is the red patchwork. And even the designs are different, you know. It's really fun. And then what they did is they did a stripe. So if you wanted to do your own thing with the red and white stripes and stars, or whichever of the stars you've picked.
That's cool.
Yeah, really cool. Love that. And then here's the red plaid. Lilac Bee Design, Studio E.
Love it.
Pieces of America. I really like it. A tiny little line. Really, really nice.
But really good pieces. I mean, they really thought about every piece.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, really well designed. So we'll scooch this out of the way. And then we had 2 different, well, we always get a lot of questions, and oftentimes we'll just kind of, you know, I'll email somebody back or call them or text them or whatever. But one person emailed, because we talk about the 3-yard quilts all the time, and then somebody said, well, if I'm using up stuff at home, how can I do scraps? And there is one. So this one is the Make It Scrappy. And they talk about it in here, but the truth is that still on the back, they're going to show you the pictures of 3 different 1-yard pieces of fabric. But really, any of these books that they do where they've put 3 together, you know, you can go ahead and mix that up. So maybe you've picked a background and one color, and then all of the other pieces of that yard are mixed up pieces. So you can really do it with just about anything. What's really, really nice is that their books give you 8 different patterns, And if you've collected just a couple of pieces of fabric, you can do these. And all of them are easy enough that they're mostly just single blocks. And so you can just make them bigger. And
all of her quilts are really set as a light, a medium, and a dark.
Right.
So as long as your scraps represent, this is your light pile, your medium pile, and your dark pile, you'll create the same look that she's making. And her instructions are really good, where she'll say you need 24 4x4 squares.
Right.
You'll need this. So you could really make it super scrappy depending on how many pieces you want. But that's the key for your 3-yard quilt is you want a light, a medium, and dark. They can be all like super crazy, super cool. But if they read that way, you can
right.
You can create all of them.
That one might be scrappy, or that might be what the fabric
That might be what the
looks like.
fabric looks like, yeah.
I can't really tell. And then this was the new one. I'm not sure that you guys saw
I'm
this.
pretty sure that weekend. That's her newest
Newest one. Mm-hmm. We love them.
publication.
Fun little mother-daughter duo there. So anyway, somebody had asked about that, you know, because we talk about that all the time, you know, using up your stash. All of us have more fabric than we'll use in a lifetime, but, you know, sometimes you just need one more cool piece, or,
Yeah.
oh, but I really need this because this will go for somebody else. But if you're trying to use things up, it really is a nice opportunity to just put a few things together. All right.
This big honking one?
We have Clothworks boxes, 2 great big boxes. I couldn't lug the other one out here. That one. And then we also have some Shannon boxes. And that was what our other question was actually about Minky. And it's like, well, that's perfect because we will answer that question when we open the Shannon box. And I'm kind of excited because I think I know what's in there. We recently did some shop hopping and I saw something that I hadn't seen. And so I actually had to pay retail for a pattern and then come home and order it.
Ooh, is this Jason here too? Who is this? Or Sue Zipkin?
Sue Zipkin? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Susan.
It's Sue Zipkin.
Oh, look how pretty that one is. Beautiful. Very springy. Very like sherbet colors.
There's got to be a panel in here. Look at that color.
It could be in the other box. This is a lot of, oh, look at this one.
What funny nail dance.
I love her stuff.
Oh. Love it with your roses in there.
Pretty so cool. There's 2 big boxes, but what's really nice is that they tape it with a...
Yeah, so we'll be back a lot faster
easy.
than usual. Yeah, they do a big box plastic, which I love.
Way better. Way more earth-friendly.
Yes.
All right, we're going to open it all up. It's very floral, really cool. We'll be right back. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous.
If you like Sue Zipkin, you're going to like this one too. It's so pretty.
So pretty.
We didn't even open the pretty box first.
No. Wait till you see the pretty box.
That was supportive.
Supportive for the pretties. Wait till you see them. But first,
So beautiful.
This brought up another thing that we talked about last time, which is our fig tree cream. So a lot of you guys trusted us and ordered 3-yard pieces of the fig tree cream. Others of you asked for the samples, and we sent you the little samples. Mm-hmm. So we're going to show you the fig tree cream, but we're going to show you some of the quilts. So one, we'll see if Anna can work her magic. There is a floral quilt. It was a floral block of the month. Brianna pieced this quilt. It is my favorite quilt of all the quilts I own. My 2 favorites are both the ones that she made for me. And her background is that fig tree cream. And it's multiple florals. There's some dark florals. There's some bright florals. It's just this beautiful block of the month. And that was her background color. And you don't even notice. The other thing that we can put in the picture of is the desert rose. The desert rose, bright, bright, bright Kaif and brilliant color fabrics, and the background is
Fig tree cream.
Fig tree cream, because sometimes white is almost can be too stark, and black is nice because it shows off all of the color, but not everybody likes a black background.
a big old white-haired dog.
I know. And then the other one, right? The other one I wanted to show you is that, and maybe Anna would be able to show this a little bit better, but this one too, so you can see this is all Kaif, and we have a video showing you how to make this. It's just a great big, it's 4 great big huge Jacob's ladder blocks to make a big huge quilt.
Using 10-inch squares, super slick.
Using 10-inch squares. And so this is all Kaif and fig tree cream. Fig tree cream, we used to call it banana, and then we realized we had to start really calling it what it was because you had to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And with the Jacob Star, it's a free tutorial. There's not a pattern. The tutorial tells you everything you need to know. But it's really good for a beginning quilter. So not confident cutting, not confident in a straight line, because everything you can trim. So the half square triangles you make, you have to trim down anyways, because you're starting with pre-cut 10-inch squares from a layer cake. Your 4 patches, sew those together. And if you find things are wonky, those are super easy to trim down also. So if you are wanting to get into quilting, or you have someone who wants to, but you can't find a really simple, fixable, that would be a perfect one, because they'd have a great snuggler, and they just have to go to the store and pick out 2 layer cakes. Pick a background and something they love.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Simple shopping, simple fixes. You guys could do it all in a weekend. Maybe a long weekend.
day.
Hang out. Yeah.
yeah, super, super fast.
Okay.
All right, so let's show.
No panel.
Yeah.
Which I'm not so disappointed about, because there's about 6 pieces that you could use as a panel feature if you have the perfect pattern. But there are pre-cuts.
And this quilt, I almost feel like we should get that quilt out of Daisy and bring it and put it with this line, because it's exactly the quilt that I think of when I look at this.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's got this darker purple and this, brighter pink, but this pastel little color here. And you think, well, does that go together?
Absolutely
Yes.
does.
It looks so good and so interesting together. So,
And it's
we'll bring
just
that quilt.
12-inch finished blocks. We all have loads, pages of those block of the month, those free 12-inch patterns. You can go to Moda's website and do blockheads. Blockheads are all pretty much 12.5-inch finished block, or 12.5-inch blocks, 12-inch finished. It's super great. You don't even have to work hard for it.
And these are some other, if you don't have any of these are just some other examples. Or the 3-yard quilts. Remember, all of those, you're just going to keep making a block, right?
The hardest part would be picking 3.
You're right. Don't do that.
You'd have to get
Don't do
half-yard
that.
cuts of what you like, and then create the scrappy version of a 3-yard quilt.
Yeah, don't do that.
For sure.
Yeah, because you have to have all of this. But this is another one, this swallowtail. This is like the cutest pattern. If you look at that, it's all the same block done again and again and again. And it just creates this interesting thing. You're just doing all of those different colors. And then Starly is like that also.
And that's the same block.
Same
repeated
block.
over and over again.
Again and again and again, out of a different color fabric. It's the prettiest thing. And once you've done it once in a line that you really, really love, it's one of those really easy, reproducible things, again, working out of your stash.
Yeah.
And, and my trick also, we've talked about this a couple times, to sewing out of your stash is to kit it. Kit your stash.
Yeah.
Go through when you're digging through everything, looking for that green that you know you have, and you've made a little bit of a mess, but you found, oh, look at this, and this goes good together. We've all been there, right? Where you get so distracted in your stash, in your pantry, that you've decided, something new. Put those things together in a bag of some sort. Some people use boxes. Some people use totes. Some people use Ziploc bags.
I use a bread bag.
Yeah. A lot of, the bread bag works good. And a lot of it depends, I know, on, moisture. We are dry, so we can use plastic bags all day long and it doesn't matter. But, and that's also why I collect all those little desiccants. Yeah. So, I mostly give those away, but anyway, so you can tell, right, when there's a fabric that we just have too many ideas. This is that line. So, all right, let's show them. Yeah, let's show them. We did get the pre-cuts. Yeah. So,
And it's called Fleur de Rose.
Fleur de Rose.
Fleur de Rose.
Oh, yeah. Well, here, we'll have you do your little pan across first. Oh, I just don't even know which one you would pause on. Oh,
I know, they're so pretty.
So
There's not a bad
gorgeous.
piece. Okay.
Yeah. So this is, and so there is the 2.5-inch strips, which is really nice. There's the 5-inch squares, which is not nearly a big enough piece of fabric. There is the fat quarters, really nice. And then that's it. No 10-inch squares. All right. So, gosh, I just don't know where to start.
And we left, this is just
It's just tape.
packing tape, so none of them have that line on it.
And it's not sticky.
We just decided not to tear it off yet.
We were too busy oogling. So look at that piece of fabric. Oh my gosh.
And it's a pale parchment background. They're not white backgrounds.
And I'm going to show really quick. Can we maybe just pan? This is banana.
Fig tree cream.
Fig tree cream.
We just told him.
This is fig tree cream. Yeah, so
Look
see?
how pretty it is.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry if you feel like, ooh, but should I put a white or a parchment with that? And here's a white. Look, it looks great. It looks fantastic. Here's a cream. It just is the perfect background, especially for something like this. All right, now we'll go back to, oh my gosh. Leanna, look at this one.
Ooh, nice.
Right? Oh, I just love it.
Just put that in the car.
Right?
I know. And it's so soft. They do such a nice job. Oh, or there's the pink. See? There, you can't pick a favorite.
No.
You can't pick just 3. That is the prettiest piece of fabric. But wait, what about this one?
Well, I know, they're all so good.
I love Sue Zipkin. I love her. It's just all water. If you see up close, oh my gosh, it's just beautiful.
I love
And then, look at this one.
That might be the largest scale that you'll see.
This is the largest. Yeah, it is
is the largest
definitely.
one?
And it's not big.
No, it's so...
Oh, I just love her artwork.
It's the perfect size scale where you just chop up your 12-inch blocks, whatever you're doing, and it's gonna look fussy cutted.
Put your hand on it.
I know, Clothworks does a fabulous job.
Does a nice job. Oh, and look at this one. It's just so...
That was just so sweet.
Just a little BB. Oh, I just love it. You know, what would you even... Oh, I just love it, love it, love it. Look at the green.
I love the green.
I love the green. I love the green. Beautiful. I just have to keep stroking every one. And then this is a really cool texture. So this is her kind of solid, I guess. And you can just see the little wispy design of bouquets. And then it's almost kind of watercolory. So it's a couple colors. It's the yellow, and then there's kind of that tealy green and green. That's our phone beeping. Do you guys hear that?
I don't know.
Our phone, and you know, we'll pause for a little PSA announcement. Our phones almost never work. We don't know why. Our power has gone out a couple times recently, and then the phone like resets. So if you've called us and we haven't answered or whatever, there has been some troubles with our phone. And what was that, about 2 weeks ago, that our phone wasn't ringing and we didn't know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had to be updated, but they Ring Planet, who operates our phone, have to do it. It's not a me problem. It wasn't a me thing.
Yeah. And we had no idea.
No.
Until somebody said, I think your phone's not working. Oh, that's right. It hasn't been ringing. So anyway, yeah. So there's always, I know that it's frustrating. So email us, info@fabricpatch.net. Brianna checks that every day. All right. Back to gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Look at these together. Again, you can't even decide what you want to put with what. Look at the blue. Then we get into some deeper, darker. And again, you can see those together. Oh, and then the purple. Oh, I just love that.
And it's
so
a clear
much.
white background.
Really nice. And then almost the same. It's a little bit different. Color a little different. And then here's that kind of solid-y thing. I mean, not solid, but
It's pretty though.
oh,
I like that texture.
I do
Tonal,
too.
whatever.
And then look at it with this.
Beautiful.
That is so pretty. Oh, and look at it with this. Oops, sorry.
sorry.
I dropped something. Oh. And then look at that sweet one. The purple. And then here's her little cream. So this could be your background, you know. This is fine too. Would be great as a background. But I think sometimes if, you know, depending upon what blocks you're putting together. Anyway, oh, it is so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. What's this one called again?
Fleur de Rose.
Fleur de Rose.
Beautiful.
So gorgeous.
Zipkin never disappoints.
No. And then what we could do is, I happen to know that our next 2 boxes, they are Shannon. And so maybe what we'll do is, I don't know if you can pan over.
Yeah, we've
and
been
show-
seeing
in
it.
fact, Leanna, let's come. Leanna broke the internet last week.
Did she?
She did, because of her shirt.
Oh yeah. She got another one on.
She has another. This is that same pattern. And you had texted it, right? So Anna was able to tell everybody what it was.
McCall's. Oh no, I had it. 7741.
And Anna will probably be able to.
Yeah, she can do a
Yeah, so last week what you had on had a lot of linen. in
Right.
it.
And
And
this
so
is
that,
a-
let me hold this so you can see. Look how pretty that is.
pretty
Isn't
it
that
is.
flattering?
just a lot of scrappy, lightweight shirting.
And how nice just to add a couple different colors in there.
I love it.
So
And yeah, you don't have to.
you're not fitting in your
hold it in.
jeans. You got that muffin top happening.
What do you mean? I got stuff in my pockets. All right, so over here we have two great big huge Shannon boxes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to move this. We're going to open these and put them up. So when you see us, we'll actually have the plastic off because we already kind of know what's in there. We just have to dig through there a little bit. So we'll be right back. Okay, so there must be another box coming because there was other stuff that we had ordered too that I'm super excited about. But in the meantime, super fun stuff and unique. We've not ever had this
I've never
before.
seen this.
So what had to happen is I think I mentioned that we were recently in Golden and we did all of the shop hopping. We went to a bunch of different quilt shops there. And a couple of you guys said, oh, there's a really good quilt shop in Golden. We did go there. Bought a bunch of stuff there. That's where Lori got the pattern for the little dragon.
Oh, yeah.
You see her little dragon. So she made that there. But anyway, so it's always fun to go to other quilt shops. We don't always see everything. We think that we do, but we miss out on a lot of stuff. And sometimes when we see it, it's just fabric pictured on paper and we might not have picked it out. And then you see it in real life and go, oh yeah, okay, we really messed up. We should have got that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so some of the Shannon stuff that we had not seen before, one of them is this little guy.
And he's so cute. He is.
He is a kit. And so what happens, and then you can put your little
Aw, it's called
tag
Harper
in.
the Elephant.
It's Harper the elephant. And she comes in gray or pink. I think she came in another color, but we ordered gray and pink. And then I know
It's
and
really
so
cute. It has
fun.
a full pattern and all the pattern pieces in there.
All you need
and
is the
also
stuffing.
a certificate.
You just need a little bit of stuffing for it. We do have some stuffing here. I don't know if you ship it. Call Brianne if you can't find it, if you don't have access to it. But I think it's because it's so big and bulky. Can
Yeah.
you suck all the air out?
I can't. I mean, maybe. How long it will last, I don't know. The package might explode in the USPS truck and never really upset with me. You can get it from Amazon, though. It's just the poly stuff is all I use.
Yeah, yeah.
You can get a big
It's
like
super
our
cheap.
local Walmart carries it. So if you have a Walmart or
Oh,
a Target, maybe even a Michael's near you, I bet they have just basic stuffing. Or if you have a couch pillow that you wish your dog would eat. I don't know.
I need the stuffing out of there.
Just that pillow if you're sick of it and you only eat it if the dog eats it.
I need this pillow for something else. Anyway, cutest thing ever. So they have this, and then also,
And then also
the
a Barkley, the puppy.
Barkley.
This one is cream and gray. Is the only one we have, at least in this box. If she got other colors, it might be coming in the next box. But he's so cute.
He is adorable. He is adorable. So anyway, we were all in love, and all of us picked this up. Thought it was the cutest thing ever. Because what's really nice is that it's done. They've done all the shopping for you,
Yeah.
so they have everything that you need. The pattern is really well written. It's just nice little kit. You just need the stuffing.
Kind of looks pre-cut. It kind of looks.
Oh.
You think it's pre-cut?
Yes, because I should have mentioned that. What they did with the pre-cutting is that they also did, I don't want to call it burned, but how did they cut it so that it's not a great big huge mess.
Yeah, it's like not. Yeah, I was gonna say singed, but that's not any better than burned.
No.
It's just a nice clean cut, so nothing's gonna peel off or anything. It's a nice clean cut. You've got your little tab markers. She's pre-cut. If you're
Totally
thinking only if,
All you have to do
Oh
is
my
just
God.
sew it together. And there's a little, I don't know if you can tell or not, but when they cut it, there's like a little tab.
Yeah, you can see that. Oh, you can. Oh, you probably can't tell in the
Yeah.
camera, but you can see there's like a little brown
Yeah.
piece that seals
kind
everything
of,
in. But
like
you
a wood
have the
cut.
full pattern, so instructions and
So
pattern.
then you can make it again. So if you wanted to make it again, but it's like, oh no, next time I'm using cotton, you could do that. It's fine. But you know what is kind of nice about when you're doing the little stuffy things is that having that little bit of stretch is actually kind of nice when you're easing something in and sewing around those circles and stuffing everything in there. So it's actually pretty nice. I think you could easily make it out of cotton also since you have the pattern, but it is nice that somebody else went ahead and did everything for you.
So my trick for doing Minky Snuggle Buddies is using a knit fusible interfacing. So the trick that I do is I would put my pattern, underneath the interfacing, put the sticky side down, and then trace my pieces, cut it, and then you can, or rough cut it, because then you would fuse that piece to the back side of your Minky, and you'd have your pattern printed on your Minky. Yeah. And then being a knit stabilizer gives you that little extra bits of stretch. Whereas if you were to use a non-woven interfacing, you're losing all that stretch. And the stretch is a little important, whether you're using a knit interfacing or even just a woven interfacing will give you that stretch that you kind of want when you're making funny shapes. But that's another way to make the Minky guy again.
Yeah.
Is get some
because you will
interfacing.
want to make multiples. The reason we mention this is because
you
you'll
don't
get
write
this, you'll make one and go, oh my gosh, that was super simple. So it's nice that it is pre-cut, ready to go. You don't have to worry about anything except sewing it up. But then you'll go, I'm making that again. And so whatever else you want to make it out of, you can make it out of t-shirt fabric, fuse that. You can do the thing that's nice about the little, stuffies is that they're pretty forgiving, really.
Yeah.
And what's nice about Minky is that if there is some weird stitch in there, all of that flirt
got
will
hair.
hide it. Yeah. So anyway, super cute. I'm super excited about them. And then the other thing that I was excited about is these.
I love these. What size are these?
They're fat quarters. Minky fat quarters.
18 by 22.
We all
Lots of
wanted
dots.
them. Lots of dots. This is fun. This is really fun. And then this one is, what do they call this one? Stone wash. And this is a Barely Basics.
Looks like
Can
Jenny
you see
Beyer.
Yeah. Beautiful. Very rich.
Yes.
Would you say?
Scrolly. It's very pretty. Very elegant.
Yeah. And then
I love the cute little baby one.
this one says Goodnight Farm. And so I'm going to flip it around to the back side so you maybe can see
And
it a little bit better.
they all have 9.
Nine
fat quarters.
So we have a pattern called Beeline for Baby that takes 10 fat quarters. So add a flannel or add something. And, people get a little bit nervous about sewing with the Minky. And you do have to remember that one side doesn't stretch at all. The other side is pretty stretchy. You just have to go slow. You would be okay with it. Or you can do the stabilizer. We talk a lot about that. Sticky Solvy. And what that is it's just a sticky stabilizer that will keep everything nice and flat. You just have to put it along your edge. And then after you've sewn everything together, it will dissolve in the wash. The first time you've washed it, you'll never know that it's there. But it's not bad. I don't think at all. I don't have any trouble with it. And I absolutely mix things. I will put flannel, cotton, batik, Minky all together in the same quilt. And it works great. And in fact, before we go any farther, that's why I brought this one out was because... I'm sorry, I covered it. That's okay. Because that's what this is. So this quilt is Bloom.
Where is it? Daisy Bloom.
Daisy Bloom. So this quilt was done it looks so kind of white and washed out. But so this is a chenille fabric. Moda used to sell this. They don't sell it anymore.
Go thrift shopping.
Go thrift shopping.
Go Goodwill.
You'll find it. It'll work out great. This is a Minky background. And then these are flannel pieces. There's chenille pieces. There's Minky pieces. There's all kinds of stuff here. This was done on the long arm where I just laid it out. And then as I laid these pieces down, I just long armed around them and basically just did kind of some top stitching. And so it has kind of that raggedy edge. But it's all of those things. And then there's a flannel rough
Raggedy binding. I show you how to do the raggedy binding in the Raggedy Squares video.
Because Phyllis, who called on Thursday... Oh, there's a pokey pen.
An turkey prison.
Turkish prison pen. Phyllis called on Thursday, and I did some little personal shopping for her. And then her question was, okay, but if I put Minky on the back, can I quilt it the same as everything? And my answer was, of course... I have not made a quilt for my family that hasn't had Minky on the back of it for years. And they're all quilted. And so it looks great quilted. And in fact, what's really nice is that if you are nervous about your quilting, you really can't hardly see it because it's buried inside the Minky just a little bit because it's, such a lofty
My
fabric.
kids have pieces of Minky.
Yes.
Because
They just, they love it.
they cannot. And I was making something, and I happened to have the same piece of Minky, just in a manageable piece for me to use. And Maisie saw me. She was so mad. Mama, that is mine. Do not cut that. Do not cut that. I'm going to go tell Dad. I'm telling Dad. And so, sure enough, she must have went and told Dad I was doing something because what is happening? Why is Maisie so upset? She thinks I'm cutting her Minky. I am not. Hers is right there.
This is mine.
And I still have to put something on it. So if she's not careful, I'm going to take it and sew it in here.
Yes.
But,
yes.
she was distraught.
They love it. They love it. They
All
when
of
they
my
come
quilts on
in,
the bottom.
they go search the remnants to see if we're selling any little shards of Minky. And
$3.
yeah, it's pretty good. They do a good job. So the Minky, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. And if you are feeling like you're nervous and you're coming to a retreat,
Bring that project.
Bring that project. I will help you, and you will be amazed. So it really,
It's
really
really easy.
Yeah.
The the sulky solvy is like probably the cheapest and the easiest. You just might have to think, oh, I'm ready to sew this seam. Oh, but this one's stretchy. You can just whack off a piece, sew it on, stick it on that stretchy side. Sew it, no big deal. The other thing you can do is you can use fusible interfacing. I would do a non-woven. A non-woven fusible interfacing will stop the stretch. It's what we're going to put on the back of t-shirts for a t-shirt quilt because, again, nothing stretches. You can do that whole thing to that. Fuse it to the back of all of your fat quarters. Cut it like however you want to cut it, and you won't even know you're sewing on Minky except she's super soft. So you can make it as easy as you want, or usually I just wing it.
I just wing it. Yeah, it doesn't give me any grief. And for some of you who are going to say, I hated it, call me. What was it that happened? And I can talk to you about that because I think there's no other tricks other than being aware of where your stretchy line is, clipping it or putting that on there if you don't like that. A stretch needle is a really good plan, but
Not
sometimes
super
sometimes I forget.
I do take a larger seam allowance.
And then I was going to say a larger seam allowance.
Keeping in that 1/4 inch is hard because it's a little slippery. So I usually take my utility foot, which is usually like a 3/8 seam.
It's your A0, right?
Yeah, 0.
And then just sew on the edge.
So it's a little bit bigger. Your quilt's going to be a tiny bit smaller, but as long as you maintain that seam allowance, everything's going to come out. So if you're creating a block that's supposed to be 12.5 inches when you're done, okay, she might be 10.5, but they all will.
Right.
You're cutting them the same and you're using the same seam allowance.
Right.
That's all.
Right. And then also one other thing is the big stitch. I'll do a slightly bigger stitch. When I turn my machine on, my default stitch is 2.0, and I usually go up to like a 2.5 or a 2.8, a little bit bigger. Because if you're finding that you're having any puckering, that's what's happened is there's just too much stitch that holds that fabric together a little bit too much.
Because it is much loftier than cotton or even cotton flannels.
Yeah.
So elongating that stitch will go a long ways.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And then I don't think you held
I haven't. I've been flaunting it over here, though. This one is called Cottage Rose Lane, and this is 12. This is 12 fat quarters.
Oh, 12.
And this is also actually, I think, the quilter's cottons or the quilt cuddles. So they're not as stretchy as the traditional Minky. Oh. They're meant to be cut up and sewn and played with. So I think it's quilting cuddle, which makes it not as stretchy as cuddle. Awesome. Beautiful. So this one is 12. Everybody else was 9.
Fantastic. And then 2 kits. This one is a new one. This is so stinking cute. You can barely see, so that's a little teaser.
It's called Timber Grove.
That's what it is. It's a panel. There's a panel and then some pieces for around
And
outside.
I think this little kit, I think there's actually everything that's in it.
Yeah, even the binding and the pattern.
Exclusive fabric panel for top, fabric for back, binding, and the pattern. So you have everything.
And the back.
All you need is batting if you so choose to. Yeah. It's heavy enough that you would not have to put any batting in there, whatever.
Yeah. And we have other panels. I think we have maybe 4 other Minky panels. If you like the idea of a panel and the fabric kind of doing all the work for you, we have a couple others. Because will this be in that Minky, Shannon?
Yeah, so they'll
Minky, we always say Minky, just exclude, but Minky is actually...
Yeah, it says Minky Cuddle, I think it is.
Minky/Cuddle. Okay. And then this one is just a repeat. We even have a sample of this somewhere in the store.
Called Silver Jubilee.
Yeah, it's just super, super popular. It's very masculine, really nice.
And this one, you've got 8 10-inch strips. So again, if you want to do something different, you've got 10-inch strips to play with. And you've got fabric for the top and the binding and your pattern. So you still do need a 2-yard cuddle cut for the backing.
And then lastly, we have some free flyers for you. And I think that these all come also as a PDF, so we can add this
stick it in there.
PDF so you can, keep it on your tablet if you want that. But if you really need a physical copy, these are free and really good directions. So these are some of your newest ones.
This says a pet bed. However, you use it as like a faux bean bag for your babies.
Right.
Your 2-leg.
Oh yeah, your kids are totally gonna lay on
My
that, not
kids
the
love
dogs.
a good old pillow.
They do. They'll
Just
even
called
sit in
dibs for the
cat
pillow
bed.
fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So fun. Really fun. And then,
Fitted bed sheet.
Yeah.
Similar to how we do it with the regular 42-inch wide, but it's based off of the 60-inch wide. So if you do want to put on a twin bed, bring your sheets to retreat.
your sheets to retreat.
It's twin beds.
I was looking at that and I thought, oh man, now I have a king size bed, so I'm not so sure that does it have directions for a king size?
Yeah, it does.
I can't even imagine. But I think that it's one of those things, what I always think about when I see something like that is that's that like naked sleeping.
Right.
You wouldn't want to,
I was telling Mom when I saw this pattern, it's like, oh, it's going to be camping season or hunting season sheets. So when Robert's
he's gone.
I could have these.
Yes.
And then I'll change them before he gets home and he won't be any less.
Yes. That's right.
Love it.
Yeah.
So fitted sheets and the pet bed,
Yeah.
which again would be great if you just need some more seating for the littles during when they come and hang out, whatever.
Yeah, watching TV,
easy to
movie
put
night.
away, and nobody has to fight about where they're sitting. Go get your pillow, find a spot.
Yeah.
Super good.
All right, so super fun. So, and that was 2 great big huge boxes. This is all that was in there. So we've got enough that we feel like we're pretty good. You guys can kind of play around a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're not sure what to do with this, again, my suggestion would be Beeline for Baby because it's just very, very simple. It's like a square,
And
4-patch.
and like a rectangle with 2 squares.
Yeah, super
Super
simple.
fast.
Yeah.
And if there's any free patterns, they have a really good educator at Shannon Fabrics. So she might even have a free pattern. So I will stick that in with the quilting cuddles.
She's sleepy.
She gets sleepy. She can make out.
She's sleepy.
Alrighty.
All right, I think that's it. And today, I looked up and I forgot to tell you guys. Today is National Garlic Day.
Ooh, well, that's every day at my house.
I know. We're big time garlic eaters.
Yeah.
Garlic eaters.
I told Robert I need to figure out how to grow garlic at our house so that I can have some.
Oh.
I mean, I know it's like a winter bulb that you pull now and then it sits for a while, but we go through enough garlic. I'm pretty sure I would benefit from.
So much garlic.
Yeah. And we're in a dry, heat enough spot that I bet it would grow pretty well.
Yeah. Asparagus grows really well, like a weed on the side of the road here.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to go far. For sure.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. And again, use your notes if there's things that you need or any questions you have. And we'll see you next week.
Wonderful. Bye.
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 Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.